Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of TD202. In this episode, I will show you how to convert isometric drawings to orthographic drawings that consist of circular parts. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is the drawing that we are going to do today. The overall length is 75 millimeters. The overall width is 40 millimeters. And I'm going to use this portion as the front. The overall height is a 15 plus the height of the cylinder. So that is a 45 millimeters in total. I'm going to use first angle projection for this exercise. If you realize, I'm alternating the type of projection that I'm using. In the last video we used the third angle projection. Now we're using first angle projection. So since we're using first angle projection, the front view will be placed at the top. Now, if you noticed, I told you the overall height initially, and this is how I normally approach it. Since the overall height is about 45, I'm going to ensure that I have about a space of a little around 60 thereabout. I've added 20 centimeters or 20 millimeters extra of space thereabout, or a little over that, so as to ensure that the drawing is not too far up on the page, and I have adequate amount of space below. So I'm going to draw my baseline somewhere around here. And in analyzing the drawing, this is the side view, this is the left side view, and I'll draw this view over the right side. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the drawing closer to this side. So the overall width, or length of the drawing rather, is 75 millimeters. All right, then I'm going to measure the thickness of the base, 15 millimeters. Then I'm going to measure the center lines. So it's 20 millimeters. And then you have 35. All right, these points that are here, they indicate the center of this circle. All right, I'll show you something in a bit. So this is the center of the cylinder here, and the cylinder is 26 millimeters in diameter. So from this center point, I'm going to measure half of that, which is 13 millimeters, and the height is 30. So I'm going to drop the height. Normally when you're drawing a cylinder in the front view of a cylinder, it normally looks like a rectangle or a quadrilateral, either a square or a rectangle depending on the height versus the diameter. So it will not look round. If you're looking at the plan view of the cylinder, it will look round. And normally when you're drawing a cylinder, you would normally use center lines to indicate the center. So this is what I'll do. I already measured the center, so I'll draw some long stroke, short stroke, long stroke, short stroke, long stroke, short stroke. All right, so if you notice, this is also a cylinder here, because it has a circle and it has the depth. And I'm also going to draw the center line. So I'm measuring. It's the same diameter, but so 13 on either side. I'm going to draw long stroke, short stroke, long stroke, short stroke. And I'm going to draw down these lines. And I'm going to put them in hidden detail lines, because from the front view, if you notice, you're seeing this face. You can see a portion of this face. You're not going to see the whole. Or what would normally be done, you have to measure just the same, and you're going to draw hidden detail lines. To indicate that there's a hole that you would not see from the front view, but it's there. So this is the front view. Then I'm going to measure, I'm going to use 20 millimeters to space out the drawing. Then I'm going to transfer the measurements on all the points. These 2 points will correspond with this line. These 2 points will correspond with this line. Likewise for these points, these points, these points, these points. So let me measure the overall width now, because remember in the plan view you will see length and width, and I have the length already, so you need the width. So that's 40 millimeters, sorry. And if you notice there are center lines here, I'm going to transfer these center lines. Please notice the center lines are a long stroke, a short stroke. They are different from the detail lines. They are dull, they are not as bright, and the strokes are different. So at the center, I'll do the same thing for the center lines. Long stroke, short stroke. Now I'm going to get my compass, and I'm going to open it to the radius of the cylinders, which is 13 millimeters. We start off with this one. All right, now I am going to transfer the measurements for the side view, and we normally do that from the front view. Since the side view will be right here, we're going to choose, since it's first angle, we choose the lowermost point, so it's along here, and the side that we're going to draw will be drawn over here, so this is the point that we're going to use. So from the plan view, we're going to transfer all the points. These 2 points, these 2 points, the edges, the edge of the circles, the edge of the other circles, and the center line. Remember, we use a 45-degree set square for this line. Then I'm going to transfer these measurements going across. So we're looking at this view. So you're looking at the left side, but we're putting it over the right. That's how we normally do it with first angle projection. Right here, I'm going to use the center line. Now I can brighten this portion. So I've brightened this face so far. Now I'm going to brighten the cylinder because I'll also be seeing this portion of the cylinder. Then I'm going to brighten the hole. The hole is treated as a cylinder, please remember that. And there you have it. The front view, you'll be seeing this face plus a portion of the cylinder. You would not see this hole, but you have to represent it. That's why I use the hidden detail lines. For the plan view, you will see both the hole and the cylinder, but you will just see the top of the cylinder. And for the side view, you would not see the hole, you will see this face and this portion of the cylinder. So you can now go ahead and add your dimensions. Let me show you, give you a little hint when dimensioning a cylinder. Normally, you would have the arrows but since it's a cylinder, not a square, you need to indicate that. So you would, let me draw my guidelines. So this is, the diameter is 26. So you do like this. You would do the same here, or you wouldn't have to because it's a cylinder. The radius of this is 13. This should have had the guideline. That's how you dimension a circle. So you can go ahead and dimension the rest. I hope you grasp the concept that was taught here today, and I pray that you continue to watch the videos and learn from them. Like, share, and subscribe, and have a good day.